the eye. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point. And for Denver, Cole is out there with Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers, and it's Nikola Jokic.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Porter finds Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Back to Porter. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. A second chance effort. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Porter. The layup missed.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got the first points up on the board for Los Angeles.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Campazzo, and the rejection by Jackson. And they'll keep possession. And Porter putting it right back in.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
From deep, George. Oh, Morris in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
It's Rivers on the wing. Dishes to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Outside Jackson. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Wide open look here for Zubac. That one doesn't drop. And Denver the other way now. Bull the pass to Jokic. Campazzo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far. Just 25%.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. And it's Jokic missing. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
The pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. George dishes to Leonard. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Stolen by George. Down low, Jokic with the steal. Campazzo, defended by George. Pass to Bull. Campazzo kept alive. Jokic. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4. And it's the Clippers with the ball. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Clock at 6. Here's Batum. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Throws it up high.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here is George. Zubac finds Batum. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here comes the break. Here's Harrison. Najee passes to McGee. Harrison in the corner. The tray. Here's Najee. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we've... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
We've got Green, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Harrison in at the one. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And here is Cousins. Here's Kennard. Off on the layup. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's McGee. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. The drive by Cousins, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Denver making a switch here. Porter's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. Kicks it to Beverly. Kennard for three. That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. And that one is good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Pass to Kennard. Rivers against Beverly. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverly at the rim.
Rivers passes to Harrison. Rivers kicks to Millsap. Back to Rivers from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Deflects the pass. Denver leading by 6. And that one's good by Porter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Well, on top of everything else he gives you, Millsap is a guy you can rely on as a facilitator.
The drive by Jackson. Here's Morris. Jackson trying to break free. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. To the wing right side. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Back to Jokic. Outside for Millsap. Passes to Jokic. The putback. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
George is checked in for Zubac. The Nuggets leading by 8. Morris outside. There's the pass to Najee. 1:02 left now here in the second. 5 to shoot. Campazzo. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
For Denver, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. That free throw good from Morris. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. Leonard attacking. McGee with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Campazzo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Rondo passes to Leonard. It's deflected. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. And Jokic wide open, he shoots, but they get it back. The three-pointer off the mark. George, that's a 2-pointer, and that one released in time, but no good. And all right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Thanks for joining us.
I promise to break for a positive fate.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Porter dishes to Morris. Here's Bull. 20 feet out. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morris, the second chance points on the tip in. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Morris passes to Porter. Jokic against Zubac. 9 feet out. And it's Jokic missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
It's good on the putback.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Morris. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Morris. Jokic has got 10.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Stolen by Rivers. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Jokic is running. He gets it in there. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
A different look for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Here's Zubats. Count it.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Morris passes to Najee. Denver passing it around. Morris inside, defended by Batum. Morris, no good. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And it's George finishing it off.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
Beverly against Morris. And the layup is good. 5 points in the game.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Clippers trail by 13. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
With good size for a two-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
Pass to McGee. Millsap kicks to McGee. Back to Millsap. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Clippers trail by 11. Rondo looking over the floor. The lead now cut to single digits. Rondo's got his first points in this one.
Gotta respect the attacking mindset of Rondo. Always looking to go right to the cup.
Millsap down low. Porter in the corner. Millsap kicks to Porter. Millsap up top. Denver needs to get off a shot. On the wing, Porter. And the 3 off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Nuggets leading by 9. And stolen by Cousins. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Green passes to Harrison. Millsap left side. Great D that time from Batum. Leonard on the wing. Passes it to Kennard. Here's Morris. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others. It's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Austin Rivers. Michael Porter's out there with Green, and it's Nikola Jokic.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time, Porter takes him off the bounce.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Clippers trail by 11. Outside Rondo. Yep, that one goes in there.
Two of Rondo's greatest assets. Very strong for his size and very comfortable operating in the paint.
The pass to Jokic. He kicks it to Rivers. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Outside, Green. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Rivers finds Green. Out to the right wing. Now, Jokic. 6 to shoot. Cousins pulls it in.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Denver shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Porter against Leonard. Porter passes to Green. Great D that time from Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 5.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
Here's Green. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Cousins.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Pass to Porter. And here is Green. He feeds it to Porter. Good on the shot. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Georgia subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
God, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Leonard attacking, and he comes up with the deuce.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Morris looking over the floor. Jokic inside, working on Zubac. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson up top. Millsap covering. Jackson dishes to Morris. Back to Jackson. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
Important time in the game in terms of momentum. You see Reggie willing to put the team on his back.
That one drops. He ties it up.
A great job to get the bucket and to get when the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Morris against Jackson. Morris into the lane. Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 2. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last time out. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
To the paint, and stolen by Cousins. And Leonard has it in the corner. Outside, George. For three. But they'll get another chance. Cousins finds George. Here's Batum. Shot clock at 6. Yes!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Rivers passes to Bull. Three-pointer. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
And Cousins kicks to Leonard. And here's George for three. No good. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
for the land of the...
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the... Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Porter. Cole is out there with Jokic. And it's Rivers. And for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Powell in at the shooting guard. Here's Jokic. And the pass to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. And here's Porter. Out to the right wing. Here's Bol. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up two. Bol the pass to Porter. There's the feed to Bol. Covington with the steal. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Porter. Lillard against Porter. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Misses the three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Back to Rivers. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, the problem defensively after Rivers gets a step is nobody sliding over in time to slow him down.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays. I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
Jokic with the steal. Here's Porter. They get it back. Good work defensively by Jones. Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Lillard attacking Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Rivers. To the inside. And that one's good. Jokic.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Jokic. Powell, no one around him, hits the three-point bomb.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Campazzo. That one goes. Count it.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's McCollum. Cantor inside. Harrison with the rebound. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Millsap trying to get open. Yep, it counts.
We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
McCollum against Morris. Anthony dishes to Cantor. Back to Anthony. Passes it to McCollum. 5 on the clock. It's Anthony with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Melo buries these kind of shots all the time. It seems like there's not a difficult shot in Melo's handbook.
Morris kicks to Millsap. Pass to Harrison. Here's Najee. Back to Harrison. Millsap inside, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers, trailing by 4. And there's the pass to Giles. Anthony right side. Over Millsap. Here's Giles. And he converts the layup.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Humble beginnings. I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1. Brady, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points.
Okay. Nurkic using those active hands and just kick-starting the offense in the fast break.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Feeds the ball. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Drops it in from 11 feet. Jokic has got his second basket.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Porter against Lillard. Jones, no one around him. Rebound by the Nuggets. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Rebounded by Covington.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Campazzo, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Here's Harrison. Off target from outside. And for Portland, they're shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And Jones slams it home.
Lillard involving his guys, a great passer, and he makes a good decision there.
The Nuggets trail. Morris outside. Dishes it to McGee from 10 feet out. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Lillard dishes to Powell. And Nurkic has it in the corner. That one drops for him.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Outside Millsap. Pass to Harrison. Back to Millsap. And foul on the and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Morris. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Up top, Morris. Covered by Lillard, and Morris throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Morris passes to Jokic. No good that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Giles, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Giles. Over Bull. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Michael Porter's out there at Bull, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. Porter with the steal. It's tipped. Denver passing it around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So There's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. The free throw drops for Powell. The Nuggets trail by 6. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Campazzo, and the layup's good off the glass. He has 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Lillard with it, picked up by Rivers, and contact. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Morris inside, covered by Lillard. Excellent D from Cantor. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Got a hand on it. Here's Harrison, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, you overreact to Paul Millsap. Good job of him staying patient and then finding one of his open teammates.
Lillard against Morris. Here's Giles, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 7th assist here tonight. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. 6-point game. Harrison in the corner. Back to Morris. Here's Najee. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 3 to shoot. And Cantor pulls it down. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. He dishes it to Cantor. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
The former Turkish star and 3rd overall pick in the 2011 draft, Cantor is still trying to become a dominant force at the NBA level.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now, here is Morris. He's got 6. Passes it to Najee. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Trailblazers leading by 6. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Cullen passes to Giles. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Giles has got 4 this quarter.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Outside Millsap. Banked in off the glass. Millsap's got his 2nd bucket. 1:36 left in the 3rd. Giles the pass to Carmelo. Here's Najee. Taken away. Anthony taking his time here.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. The Nuggets trail by 8. Morris passes to Millsap. Morris against McCollum. That one off the back iron and out. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Back to Cantor. McCollum kicks to Cancer. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's McCollum. Makes it off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Morris passes to Millsap. Morris inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Morris has got 8.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. You've got Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Lillard attacking. To the middle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Lillard. Jones kicks to Lillard. High post, Nurkic. Covington trying to break free. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Pass to Porter. Finished off by Porter.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Lillard dishes to Powell. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Down low. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
And that one misses.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
They get it again. Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
The pass to Porter. To the inside. Bull can't hit.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
It's good.
And that's a solid move by Cantor. Going to the dribble drive, he gets that shot off when he wants.
Campazzo, he's guarded by McCollum. Porter against Anthony. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and stolen by Bull. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
McCollum deciding where to go with it, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Campazzo laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Inside. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Clock is at 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Nuggets trail by 4. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth. Here's McGee, back to Harrison. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. He can't get it to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Tips it.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're in front by 2. 51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. After you guys.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And it's tied up with that one.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. It's good!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Morris. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. Now a timeout called by Portland. Seconds left in the game. Yes!
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Here's Jokic. Missed.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And Jokic drops them both.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Here's Lillard. Gets the game winner to fall. All right, David. We are near.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the 1 spot. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Beverley. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Patrick Beverley on the inside. Okay, we see you.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. To the paint. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The pass to Powell. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
George dishes to Leonard. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter.
I love scorers who want...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Anthony finds McCollum, gets the three-pointer to fall.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
George against Anthony. The shot by George, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lobs it up for Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Boy, Cantor is a big-time target. Sometimes just throw it toward the rim. He'll take care of the rest.
Pass to Leonard. Over to the wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways. You can win a lot of different ways. But you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Trailblazers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Kicks it out to McCollum. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's George. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. George has got 7.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Cullen passes to Anthony. To the middle. Here's Cantor. Yes, that goes in. He has 6.
Well, Enes Kanter's size and finishing ability, it takes a lot to knock him off his path to the rim.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Cousins, the pass to Beverly, stolen by Cantor. And here we go with Giles running it up the court. It's deflected. Paul George with the steal. Here's Beverly. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Cousins. Here's Giles. Can't connect from short range. And here's Beverly. Cousins. That one misses. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the 3, a small forward. And the Clippers have possession after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Zubac finds Jackson. Here's man. And it's rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Here's Zubac. And no good that time. And it's Portland the other way. Inside. Here's Jones. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Now here's Covington. Powell kicks to Lillard. He nails it, and we're tied up. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
And this is peak Dame, rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
The drive by Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Lays it up off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now, here's Kennard. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Powell, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Powell's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. Jackson deciding where to go with it. 3-pointer. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Jackson after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Lillard against Jackson. Down low, here's Batum, and he banks in the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. George passes to Leonard. Left block shot on the way. Good work there as it goes. Leonard's got 6 points.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
McCollum up top, defended by Beverly. Leonard with the steal. It's stolen. McCollum against Beverly. Pass to Cannon. And stolen by Cousins. Picked off in midair. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum outside. Charity stripe shot. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Floats it up for Cousins, and they take the lead.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Here's McCollum. Misses, and he wants that one back. From deep, George. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the floor for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Clippers in the lead. Now Beverly to the inside. Here's Morris. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Here's Cousins after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Rondo kicks to Cousins. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Batum finds Jackson to the paint and stolen by Lillard. Now the pass to Powell. Can't hit from the elbow.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity. Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Cantor inside. Zubac's defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense. And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
And good that time.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Lillard attacking, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage, skilled at drawing contact.
So for the Trailblazers, Giles checked in for Robert Covington, and Fernie Simons comes in for Derek Jones, and Carmelo Anthony has subbed in for Norman Powell. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Luke Kennard. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. And Portland with a change here too. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Damian Lillard.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Simons. Outside Anthony. Passes to Giles. Back to Anthony. For the tie. And it's Giles missing.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Beverly the pass to Morris. Here's George. Morris right side. Second shot opportunity.
Well, you have to like that Cantor gets active on the defensive end. This is the area of his game that he continues to work on.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. McCollum with the ball. Leonard picks him up, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Kennard for 3. No good there. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Anthony against Kennard. Anthony's shot is off. Pass to Simons. Anthony taking his time here. Here's Giles. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 5th assist in this one.
The vision there as Carmelo makes his teammates better.
Wide open look here for Zubac. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them And what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Kennard. Batuma's out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Jackson in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
So it's Portland now. A 2-point game. Lillard against Jackson. Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Zubac. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Zubac.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The free throw drops for Zubac. And so he hits both. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Lillard looking around. Kicks it to Nurkic. Lillard up top, guarded by Jackson. Nurkic the pass to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Misses the layup.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And there's the pass to Zubac. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Leonard finds Morris. There's the steal. Here's McCollum. The Clippers grab the miss. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside for George. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Now, here's George. The 3. 4 on the clock. Off target with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Cantor kicks to McCollum. Cantor inside. Cousins is there. The shot's good from Cantor.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Cousins. Makes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 2.
This is when you go to your big-time shot makers. Cousins, yes, sir.
Beverly against McCollum. The shot's good from Cantor.
Wow, the maturation of Enes Kanter, so fun to watch. The comfortability in a big-time moment, love it.
Now here's Leonard. 1:58 left in the 4th quarter. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
Here's Anthony. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Anthony. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's
what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. There's 1:34 left here in the 4th quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. Powell, he's checked in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. It means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Now, Nurkic. Paul George missing from long range. Powell kicks to Lillard. No good on the three. LA has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Oh! That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice. And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Now, here's Nurkic. Lillard with it. George picks him up. Pass to Powell. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kicks it out to Covington. Now, here's George. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. The pass to George. There's the dish to Cousins. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. McCollum from deep 3-point land. Off on that one. So the Clippers with the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room, hoping to put on a show for their fans. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Bol. He's out there with Jokic. Rivers out there with Michael Porter. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Passes it to Jokic.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
And that one's good, George. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserves.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pulls it up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Here's Jackson, banked in off the glass.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly failing.
Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And the pass to Jokic. Down low, stolen by Zubac. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Porter against Leonard. Porter, no luck.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
George, the lead pass was put in just the right spot. George has got 6.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Leonard against Porter. And the layup falls.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Leonard against Porter. Here's Zubac. Outside for George. He feeds it to Leonard. Jokic with the steal. Rivers passes to Porter. That shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And it's George finishing it off.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac. One-on-one here. Nobody near Leonard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Rivers. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Rondo with the ball. Pass to Beverly. Stolen by Rivers. It's blocked.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Clock at 6. Deflects the pass. Rondo with the steal. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Passes it to Kennard. Good work defensively by Morris.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
The shot's good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Rondo passes to Kennard. Tries again. Outside for Rondo. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what...
this game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
So on the floor for Denver, Harrison out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's JaMychal Green, and it's McGee in at the center. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. The feed to Batum. And he makes that one.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
The pass to Millsap. Back to Harrison. Rivers passes to Harrison. Inside. Here's Millsap. Got a piece of it. Here's McGee. And the shot is long.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
To the middle. Here's Millsap. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Batum, good. Batum's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
Boy, that's big-time concentration from Batum. Able to battle his way through contact and still get the finish.
Pass to Green. Here's Millsap. It's blocked. And here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Mann. He's guarded by Rivers. Kennard kicks to Batum. Rebounded by McGee.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Clippers leading by 11. Up the floor. The pull-up. Batum, good. Batum's got 6 here in this quarter. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Denver, trailing by 13. Count that one.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Kennard. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Green, the pass to Rivers. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Rivers has got 5.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Beverly wide open. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Beverly looking around. Outside for Batum. Over Millsap. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Passes it to Millsap. Up and in on the layup.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Mann passes to Kennard. The dish to Batum. And no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And McGee kicks to Rivers. That's tipped.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum, really an asset in blocking shots.
Here is Porter. Shot, high post, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He hits the second from the line.
And, you know, when Porter Jr. is healthy, I mean, he's got a lot of game. This guy is versatile. He's got good size. He's a multi-dimensional talent.
The shot by George, no good. And so it's Los Angeles holding up. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds. And that'll do it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Here's Zubac. Lets it go from 11. The shot misses. And the Nuggets going the other way. Campazzo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now Jackson from the arc, but they recover it. Jokic against Zubac. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Misses off the right iron. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
There's the pass to Jokic. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Nails the baby hook.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. And the wide open shot from Morris trains the three-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Pass to Porter. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Outside Rondo. Dishes it to George. Here's Zubac, and he makes good on the layup. Zubac has got 6.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Harrison kicks to Jokic. There's the 3. Denver gets it back. Bull, the pass to Harrison. Now, here's Jokic. Covered by Morris. Goes back up. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
To the left wing, here's Harrison. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac, and it's Kennard in for Morris. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in for Austin Rivers. Bull kicks to Harrison, feeds it to Bull. Jokic inside. Kennard covering. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Jokic. George against Porter. Batum trying to break loose. Leonard the pass to George. The feed to Rondo. Batum dishes to Leonard. Over Porter. And the Clippers miss again.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Morris, no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And it's Jokic missing.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
The Clippers again turning it over.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
11 seconds left here in the third quarter. Morris looking over the floor. Over Beverly. No good on the last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. Up by... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Los Angeles leading by 9, and Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Aaron Gordon. Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Porter. Here's Leonard, and no good, trying to use the glass. The Nuggets shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. That one good for 2. Porter's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Denver.
But when Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble. Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
Jackson passes to Leonard. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Man can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Porter. And a missed layup. Leonard inside. Millsap's there. Leonard, no luck.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Denver. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Pass to Millsap. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Boy, I like how Beverly takes advantage of these transition opportunities. He's crafty and clever at getting past the defense.
Passes to Green. Denver passing it around. Millsap passes to Green. Stolen by Zubac. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The Nuggets trail by 9. McGee dishes to Green. Tipped away. Stolen by George. Morris into the lane. Jackson passes to Leonard. Count that bucket. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The pass to Green. Now Millsap. Back to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Back to Morris. Here's the 3. He can't hit that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. George passes to Rondo. Oh, Morris in position.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Pass to McGee. Inside. Here's Jokic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. That's now 8 points for Jokic.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
Rondo dishes to Morris. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Millsap passes to Morris. Out left to the wing. Pass to Jokic. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way up. McGee's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nuggets.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Outside for George. Morris outside. Again, the miss by Morris.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Floats it up for Jokic. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Los Angeles.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
with confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside for Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. So the Clippers winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Covington in at the power forward. And for the Nuggets, Cole is out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
The kick out to Porter. Here's Bull. The putback. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Jokic with the steal. Porter against Jones. And that one's good by Porter.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Lillard against Porter. And finished off by Nurkic.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. At the elbow, Jokic. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And it's good, 2 points. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Lillard, the pass to Powell. He's looking for Lillard. Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now. Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Bull with it. Covington's there. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Rivers.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Shot from 12. Nurkic can't hit. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. They trail by 3. A nice shot by Rivers. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Denver passing it around to the paint, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. McCollum against Millsap. McCollum passes to Simons. Kanter in the corner. With some arc, Anthony, just 4 to shoot. Over Harrison. Portland, no good that time either. The Nuggets leading by 3, and they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control. So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Giles checked in for Norman Powell. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. The shot's good from Kanter.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Kanter's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Nuggets have gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. Morris kicks to McGee. Stolen by Kanter. And now Portland on the break. Anthony leading the charge. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, McCollum.
But even though he's undersized, McCollum is just a tenacious scorer. He's a confident shooter that can catch fire quickly.
Denver in the lead. Here's Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Got a piece of it. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, leading by just 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Denver, Rivers out there with Harrison, and it's Green, and there's JaVale McGee, and it's Millsap in at the 3 spot.
Cantor is a single-minded scorer. Doesn't like to be denied when he's got position, even dealing with a lot of contact.
Harrison passes to Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to McCollum. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Down low. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Anthony. Rebound by JaVale McGee. Nuggets trail. Rivers in the corner. Takes a 3. Unable to get that one. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Cantor. Anthony's got his first 2 points.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Here's Rivers, and Jones sends it back, and he's able to get it back. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
And Rivers works hard when he's in the game. That's what you love about him. He's at his best when he's shooting the ball with confidence.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Lillard. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Morris is checked in for Austin Rivers. Morris against Powell. Jokic kicks to Morris. Denver passing it around. Pass to Jokic. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Jokic. To the inside. On the wing, Porter. 6 to shoot. Fires, high post. Keeps it alive. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got his second basket.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Morris, and Jones sends it back. Three-pointer, Lillard. And Nurkic gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Denver's shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Out to Morris. The 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Bull can't hit from in close. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. McGee with the block.
And when we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, you were there. You saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
1:12 left in the first half. Here's McCollum. Out to Anthony. Now the pass to Simons. Here's Giles. Shot clock at 6. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Pass to Cantor. Stolen by McGee. And here they come. And Anthony sends it back. They retain possession. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Simons. And that one is off. And the Nuggets going the other way. Inside. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Portland leading. The shot and game clock separated by 4. McCollum right side. Back to Anthony. Passes it to Simons. Cantor against McGee. Cantor dishes to McCollum. Clock at 4. Over Millsap. Anthony. The pass to McCollum. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Morris inside. McGee with no one around. And that shot was up in time. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good action during the period. And that should...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Covington. The pass to Nurkic. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that one's good by Porter.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Lillard outside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Nurkic with it. Jokic with the steal. And Porter, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time, Porter takes him off the bounce.
And Porter drops them both. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul. Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. 7-point differential. Now Powell. Shot to stop the run. And then Lillard slams it in.
Oh, you can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Rivers finds Millsap. At the elbow, Jokic. Shot clock at 3. Here's Bol. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
And like his father, Manu, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic, and Anthony subbed in for Derek Jones. Here's Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. 16 feet away. He squares up and sinks it. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
Passes it to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Trailblazers, Giles checked in for Robert Covington. And Fernie Simons comes in for Norman Powell. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. Back to Harrison. Kicks to Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got his first bucket in this one.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Pass to Carmelo. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate, McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
And there's the pass to Najee. Poked loose. Bounce pass from Morris. Millsap at the elbow. Lays it up off the glass. Millsap's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
And with long arms and great strength, Millsap can make plays bigger than his actual size.
Now here's McCollum. He dishes it to Cantor. Pass to Giles. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Giles. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Harrison. He's covered by Cantor. Morris passes to Harrison. Back to Morris. Lays it up and banks it in. Morris has got the lead back up to 7 now for Denver. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Morris passes to Millsap, and Millsap slaps it in.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
McCollum against Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Portland shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And so McCollum nails both of them. The Nuggets leading by 5. Porter looking it over. Passes it to Millsap. Back to Porter. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Nuggets lead by 5. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Green, Harrison out there with Austin Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Millsap in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Rivers can't get it to go.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. But his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
That's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
He gets that one. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Porter against Lillard. And they go to the intentional foul. So both teams changing it up here. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Crafty move. The shot by Lillard wide open. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. Using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Campazzo covered by Lillard. Porter kicks to Jokic. Cans it from short range.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Trailblazers trail by 5. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Stolen by Rivers. Porter with it. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
The free throw drops for Rivers. And Portland has possession. Trailing here by 8. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. 4 on the shot clock. Count that one. And that's now 6 points for Enes Kanter.
For a guy that spends so much time in the low post, Kanter is a solid jump shooter. Good rhythm to his catch-and-shoot motion.
Now, here's Bull. Tight defense on him. Jokic inside. He's covered by Kanter. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Kanter. Back to McCollum. Over to the left wing. The wide open look here for Anthony. Offline with his 3.
Defensive breakdown. And they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And that one's good. Jokic.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
And here's McCollum. Pass to Giles. Kanter trying to free himself up. And it's Giles missing. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Bucket is good.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Count it.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Jokic inside. Covington's there. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Lillard. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. The Blazers on offense. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Lillard with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Back to Nurkic. And he lays it straight in.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. Jokic with the bucket.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Lillard against Morris. It's good.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
So we see Denver get the win here. They didn't make it. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. We bring you tonight into Portland over the Burnside Bridge on a court. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the small forward. Lillard the pass to Powell. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And both free throws good for Nurkic.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Covington passes to Nurkic. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George has got the ball, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass, and the great hands on the catch.
George against Powell. Back to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Covington, and it's off the back rim. No good.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And Jones sends it back. Moves back up with the tip. Cousins on the follow.
I mean, there's no question about it. When DeMarcus attacks the offensive boards, he gives the team a different attitude.
Now Lillard. In the corner, Powell with it. Over George. The shot by Powell, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And here's Leonard from three. Again, Leonard missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And slammed in by Jones.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And George kicks to Cousins. George against Powell. And that one, good.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Back to Lillard. On the wing, Jones. Kicks it out to Lillard. Outside, Jones shoots over Leonard. The offensive rebound. Here's Powell, and it's good from the elbow.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
George looking around, and the layup's good off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 6. That's tipped. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
So it's the Clippers now. Outside Leonard. Back to Morris. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. And then Lillard slams it in.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Beverly against Lillard. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Kennard against McCollum. Pass to Simons. Clock at 6. Down low. Anthony right side. And the shot is good.
And Melo's jumper is pure. You feel like it's going in every time he gets a clean look at the rim.
Outside Jackson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
McCollum fires from way outside. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Way to set the table offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, they've got Giles, also Enes Kanter out there, Anthony out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the two-guard spot. McCollum against Rondo. Simons, the pass to Giles. Batum with the steal. Feeds to Kanter, out to Anthony. Wide open look. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And Batum gets it to go on the assist by Rondo.
One of the more instinctive passers over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
McCollum outside. The pass to Giles. Lets it go from 14. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
And you know, the adjustments should have already been made. They know he's a good shooter from that spot.
Zubac finds Rondo. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. It's stolen by Jones. And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Passes it to Nurkic. Picked him clean. Zubac with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. He lobs it up.
Love watching Rondo drop dimes out there. His court vision is just out of this world.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Man passes to Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Kanter checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Derek Jones. And George kicks to Beverly. Back to George. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Kanter. It's Powell on the wing. Defended by George.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And it's Beverly missing. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Up top, Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Powell. 34 seconds left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Lillard. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony.
When defending Patrick Beverly, it's hard to match his level of energy and activity.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. And Fernie Simons comes in for Norman Powell. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. McCollum from 13. Bank shot. No good.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot. Terrific vision there with that pass. Hit his teammate perfectly in transition.
Got it up. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so that brings the first half to a close. Los Angeles on.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, what would you... Thanks for joining us, folks.
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got DeMarcus Cousins, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's Lillard. Good. Nice job down low. Lillard's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And it's George missing. Trailblazers trail by 13. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Stolen by Jackson. And there's the feed to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 10 points for Leonard.
Good vision. Good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot. Finds an open man.
Here's Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost. And when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Batum.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Canner.
Kick it out. Kick it out.
There's a minute 47 left in the third. Cullen passes to Giles. The shot off that time, and the Clippers will come the other way. Jackson looking around. Ring shot on the way. A shot by Batum, no good.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. McCollum outside. And the pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Lays it up off the glass. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Outside Jackson. From outside off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 13. Cullen passes to Simons. Here's Giles. Defended by Batum. Back to McCollum. Over Jackson. Cantor trying to free himself up. Great positioning on the putback.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Outside Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got 6.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Back to the action after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Knocked loose. Rondo with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Derek Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. It's tipped. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Nurkic against Beverly. Here's Cousins. And he banks in the layup.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. No coverage that time.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots. So when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Beverly against Powell. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Outside, George lets it go from deep. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires from deep. Powell pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. Outside Leonard. Lets it fly. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Clippers leading by 18. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Passes it to Cousins. George against Nurkic. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
LA has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. George with no one around. No good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 16. Jones kicks to Lillard. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Clippers with the ball. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Leonard.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
George passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Back to George. Pass to Beverly. Launches it. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. The free throw drops for Powell.
2 shots.
And he makes the first but misses the second. And here is Los Angeles now. They led by as many as 18 points. Now here's Patterson. Defense right on him. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.